Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Stargate. This is season 1, episode number 22. And this episode is called Within the Serpent's Grasp. The fact that I'm at the end of season 1 already is not surprising to me at all, because this has genuinely become one of my favourite things in the world to watch. I could just binge this continuously. It is so gripping, and I've really kind of fallen in love with it really quite quickly. It happens with me often, but I genuinely didn't think it would be this quick with this, to be honest. Last episode, there's the possibility we learned, the previous couple of episodes actually, that there's this Goa'uld army approaching Earth, and we saw Daniel in the alternate universe where we saw that Earth basically destroyed, that SGC destroyed. And then we had last episode where it was kind of more like a montage, a reminder of what's happened in the series so far type episode, where it was like, oh, remember this has happened, remember that's happened. Kind of pointing out the important things to kind of remember as you go through this episode, I guess. So to see where we're going to go through this one is going to be really interesting to me, because like we've got this army that's possibly coming. You know, like, what do we do? Like, are we going to see Goa'uld in this? Because I was expecting to see them in the last episode. We didn't see them. So like, just the anticipation of watching this now, it's really gripped me. Like, it genuinely, I could just spend hours upon hours just watching episodes of this. And I have a feeling I'm probably going to get through a lot of these quite quickly. So brace yourselves, basically, because you might just get a random influx at some point, because I'm adoring this incredibly. It's amazing, actually. I'm probably going to get on into this. Let's go.
Hammond's given up. They're going to bury the gate day after tomorrow.
Then I must return through the Stargate as soon as possible.
They said he wasn't
Yes,
allowed.
we all should go through the gate as soon as possible.
Go through to where?
I'd go.
The coordinates I got in the other reality.
Daniel, damn it.
Jack, it was real.
Even if it was, how do we know that address correlates with this reality?
Yeah.
Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Go through the
Use
gate.
coordinates to attempt to open the gate.
If we don't go through now and the Goa'uld do attack later,
He'd regret it.
how are you gonna feel?
If the coordinates are for a Goa'uld world, which is not on the Abydos cartouche, the Goa'uld will most likely not expect us.
That's a good point.
I believe a medical attack could be successful.
Surgical attack, Teal'c. It's called a surgical attack, and I'd feel
Bless
like an
him.
idiot.
Sir?
I was answering Daniel's question. If we don't do something now and they do attack later, I'd feel like an idiot. We go.
I too will go.
It's not an order, Cap.
I understand that, Colonel. Thank you. I'm going.
No, Hammond's gonna be so pissed.
Unauthorized Stargate activation.
Can they, like, shut down the Stargate outside of that room? You're too late.
Teal, what are these things?
God, that gate is so loud when you press the buttons.
Much like your shipping crates.
So they're shipping something through the gate?
Or receiving.
Let's have a look inside, shall we?
Oh, there's the Serpent.
Cool.
Oh, hello.
This is
Buttons?
a Goa'uld Zatnyukatel. A weapon using a different form of energy, less powerful than that of a staff weapon. Less destructive, but still quite deadly.
Sweet. What'd you call it?
Zatnyukatel.
That's a bit of a mouthful.
Right. Let's call it a Zat gun, huh?
We should dial home immediately.
Do it, Daniel.
Oh my god. It's not gonna work.
Daniel.
Why don't I dial home
Oh.
just like I did a minute ago, just like I've done a million times before?
Jack said if we get home. Hide! Whoever's behind that DHD, it's not a great place to hide. What on earth is that? Why on earth is that? It's like a Malteser. What in the holy hell is happening? Holy mother of God, get those goggles!
Teal'c, Teal'c, what is this?
It is a Goa'uld long-range visual communication device.
What are they watching?
Somewhat like your television.
Can you open that door?
Now that I know its location, I believe I can.
This is tense. I think it's because there's not much kind of score. It's a bit like I'm on edge a bit. I like how Teal'c's like quickly learned like the hand signals. Oh.
Oh, great. More snake heads. Teal'c, any idea which one's in here?
We're not on a planet, are we?
On a ship?
Correct.
Oh,
Appears we were aboard a Goa'uld transport vessel.
shit.
And that jolt was...
Hyperlaunch.
Oh, where the hell are we going? Oh, this poor
You'll
mouth.
proceed much like SG-1 did. We'll send the mouth through first. If it's clear, you'll go through immediately.
Yes, sir.
Will not lock. What happened, Sergeant?
They can't get through.
We'll find out. Help!
Hey!
Oh, shit.
How you doing?
Jeez. They work then. Oh, so I know what 3 does. Lovely. Vaporizers.
Okay. 1 shot hurts him, 2 shots kill him. The 3rd shot...
Disintegrates him. I suggest we relocate to another chamber as soon as possible. Royal sarcophagi are rarely left unattended for long.
Ooh. That's a fancy headdress. Special occasion. Very special occasion. Oh, yeah, someone's totally waking up. Oh. Hey!
Tell all Jaffa. Soon we will wipe out the scourge that plagues us. I will rejoin you as we come out of the shadows.
This was such a bad idea.
Until then, you are to follow all orders of my son, as if they were my own. The mighty warrior, Goa'uld. Carry Apophis.
What is our plan of attack?
We're gonna split up. Carter, you and Daniel start planting C4 all over this ship.
And what are you and Teal'c gonna do?
Set off the detonators.
We're gonna try and grab Skarra.
Turn off my phone.
Rinnock!
Shoot! Shoot, shoot, shoot!
There's a raised hieroglyphic on the wall next to the door. It resembles a coiled serpent. Push, then burn it.
How do we get out?
We will not be able to access this room for some time.
The little smiles on his face, though.
Hey, Skarra.
All right.
Oh, we put them on the death
Those
gliders?
things have to be fueled by something, and fuel is usually combustible, so...
Boom,
So
boom!
if we blow up one,
Blow up them
we'll
all.
start a chain reaction.
Promise me this thing won't kill him.
2 shots will.
Just
One
one.
shot will only cause him great pain.
So here's the deal. Let him out, let him talk to me, or you get the whole load.
You will only hurt your friend.
He's a tough kid. Let him go, Teal'c. Let him go.
Now what do we do?
Sherry! Daniel!
Skarra.
Oh,
Hey there.
Wanir! Are you still my friend?
Yes, I am.
Can you forgive me for what we're to do?
witches?
What are you about to do? Skarra.
Jaffa knock Twinkle!
Oh, behind you!
Don't do it! Release Chlorel. Now. Father,
I have 2 prisoners
I
for
wish to
you.
present you with a great gift.
Hey, Pops.
Silence! Chlorel, where did they come from? I do not know. We found them after departure. How many more came with you?
Thousands. We brought a whole army.
I assure you, Father, there could be no more. Do you wish that I keep them until our rejoining? No. Teal'c must suffer the most painful death a Jaffa can know. Removal of his primta, which is almost time for remark. Yes, Father. I look forward to seeing you at our destination.
Is that arrival? Does that mean arrival?
Lectol.
We just spoke with Cairn Deep Space Radar. They picked up 2 large blips passing Saturn.
Yeah.
They're heading towards Earth.
Any identification yet?
Not yet, sir. NASA's just repositioning Hubble right now. Then we should be able to get a closer look.
Guess Dr. Jackson is lucky.
How so, sir?
He's
You
trapped
won't have to be around.
on a ship.
Just nightmare come true for a second time.
Can we lock these doors? Where did he come from? Oh, bloody hell, Daniel.
Skarra, dude!
What happens if you use the Zat after a period of time, a second time?
Colonel O'Neill,
Yeah, give me a second here.
I cannot.
Can we go somewhere else?
Earth.
Use the ball?
I thought you said we couldn't be there for at least a year.
I guess the ship can go way faster than 10 times the speed of light.
Well, we knew we were at Saturn.
Colonel, we saw the death gliders. They're prepping for launch, sir.
This kind of moved along a lot faster than I expected it to be honest. To see, obviously, the president being like, you still need to shut SGC down. So Hammond putting his paperwork through the shredder and, just getting rid of any and all evidence of the place, basically. And, the guys being like, we need to go through these coordinates that Daniel got from the alternate universe, because that's where this battalion of ships, the army's going to come from. And to kind of go through the Stargate against General Hammond's orders was really interesting, because he probably wants them to go but knows he's duty bound to not let them go, so he's in this massive dilemma. They've just gone anywhere and are just especially Jack and Sam, and just we're going to have to face possibly court-martial when we get back, maybe prison. And they've ended up on this, what we thought was possibly a room on a planet, but it turns out it was on a Goa'uld ship. And seeing all the death gliders and everything was really cool, and I loved the set design of this, with all the walls, with all of the writing, and it was just so cool. I loved it. And then seeing that the royal Goa'uld within the tomb, within the sarcophagus, was Skarra, and him kind of going between Skarra and the Goa'uld was really interesting, because the woman that was on the planet where we saw Thor's hammer was saying there is something in there that still survives slightly, and we saw that to an effect, but I think Skarra had already resigned himself to the fact that he was beyond saving and there was nothing really anybody could do to help him. And basically Jack and Teal'c getting taken, and then the possibility of Teal'c's symbiote being removed, and then him slowly dying. God knows what was going to happen to Jack, because we never got to that stage. And then everybody kind of being in this room at the end, trying to just basically stop what was happening. We've got C4 all over the place, and this ship is going to blow in 24 hours, and we're now at Earth. And we've got there a lot faster than Sam expected, because she kind of did the math in her head. But this ship, as she said, clearly goes a lot faster than anybody would have thought. And we've now got the problem of how the hell do we stop this? Because that C4 is going to go off at some point. I'm thinking if we get into Earth's orbit, we can use the Stargate, because I'm sure that's what they said. As long as you're in orbit or on a planet, you can use the Stargate. But then we've got the ball in the middle as well, that Apophis is kind of talking to us from. So do we need to get that out of the way first before we can get through the Stargate? Or can we just go through the Stargate? That ball might get sucked through. You just don't really know what's kind of going to happen with it. And the fact that they've just ended a season on a to be continued, I'm like, what the hell? I haven't seen that. So actually Farscape was probably the only one really that's done something similar. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do moving forward into season 2. And I may just go watch that. And I will see you guys later. So thank you.